Three, two, one.
What?
Hello, everybody in Facebook Live Land. We are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you as we do every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Tony Cass.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, we have the ever-loving Picasso in the background there. The, man, he is very Star Wars out today. Very Star Wars out. He puts the Chewie in Chewbacca. He is Le Sparky.
And Sparky's big board says hi right there. For those of you that are our non-viewing audience, Sparky will be drawing pictures today. And we're always sponsored, of course, by merchbooth.com, merchbooth.com, where you can find all of your Podguyz podcast gear, including t-shirts, hoodies, underwear, short sleeve, long sleeve shirts, socks, anything that you'd like. What you want to do is you want to go to merchbooth.com, hit up the podcast section, scroll on down until you see the Podguyz Podcast, click that button, and you can get yourself some Podguyz podcast gear for Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, not Kwanzaa. I'm going to say it again, Tony. Fuck Kwanzaa, because you don't count as a holiday. You don't count. You just don't.
How about Festivus? Can we celebrate Festivus?
Speaking of that, Tony, I'm very disappointed in you. Very disappointed.
I'm airing out my grievance.
Airing? Yes, airing of the grievances. Tony, who do we got there in the fourth square?
I don't know. Who do we have in the fourth square? The square. Who did get in the square?
I was walking down the road and I heard noise and I just walked in. I don't know where the hell am I?
We have singer songwriter Michael Botte.
Botte, yes. Botte. Right on, man. That was close enough.
Michael Botte.
You have to hold your pinky up every time you say his name.
Now, Tony, Michael Botte, doesn't that sound like what Michael Bublé would sound like if he was really a man? Like, that's the manly version of Michael Bublé right there.
Yeah, no, he wants to be me, I know.
You know, he should want to be you, because I don't know how he lives with himself. I thought when I first read his name, I said, "Oh, Michael Bubble, who's that?" And people are like, "Oh, no, it's Bublé."
And you got me. Okay. And you got me.
Although you do have the golden tones for the show.
Why
don't you explain what you do, sir?
What do I do? As little as possible.
There you go.
In the grand scheme of things.
Well, you are the head orchestrator of the Michael Botte Band.
That is me, yeah. So yes, this is Michael Botte of the Michael Botte Band. I'm not too far from you guys. We just learned that you're like maybe 2 hours from me right now.
Just about.
But I'm not from here, actually. Nice. I was actually born and raised in a little steel town along the Ohio River outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's actually my home.
Well, Allegheny County, yeah, right out towards.
Tell us a little bit about your desperation and frustration in that city right there.
I tell you what, man, we had a hell of a freaking ride, man, for a long time. Penguins, you know, repeats, the Steelers. Don't talk the Pirates. Forget the Pirates. We had a hell of a run, man. But I think the dark days, unfortunately, are coming to Pittsburgh, and now you know the days of the Philly sports are rising again, man. So it's kind of like an ebb and flow. I live here, but I still bleed black and gold, though. So. Ooh. But yeah, now I live on this side of the state. I lived on all 4 time zones in the continental U.S., but now I find myself back on the other state, trying to make music, man. Trying to make music that people want to hear.
Now there is a mafia out there in Allegheny County. Am I right or no? Is it just a lot of Italians?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people that talk with their hands.
If I tell you, I have to kill you. If I fucking tell you, I got to kill you.
I gotta kill you. Yeah, we got one of our friends
out there. I'll mop you up with the terrible towel.
Just grab the cannoli. Leave the gun. Get the cannoli.
I'm not going to say I'm mafia, but I'm mafia.
I'm not at liberty to say no.
You know, I've never met somebody who is Italian who doesn't claim to at least know anyone in the mafia. You know, it's never been a thing. Here in northeastern Pennsylvania, have you ever seen that movie, The Irishman?
No, you know what? It's on Netflix. Is it Netflix?
It's a very long movie, but it was based in the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre area, specifically Pittston, West Pittston, about the Buffalino crime family. Now, a friend of ours, Eric Loomis, has been interviewing the Buffalinos that are still alive today
Yeah,
to talk
right.
about it, and they are refuting exactly what happened. Now, normally, I've never met an Italian that would refute ties to the mafia. Normally, it's a bragging right. It's like, yeah, you know, we were a mafia and blah blah
My
blah.
father before me and my father before him was
Kevin,
always in the mafia.
What's the first rule of Fight Club?
You
Never
don't talk about Fight Club.
Next topic.
Yes. Anyways, more about the mafia. No, the So you are Allegheny County. It's got some weird stats there in Allegheny, and you might know this too. That NBA and NCAA referees, 95% of them come from the Youngstown, Pittsburgh area.
No kidding. Well, Gene Steratore, who's like the guy always, the head of the refs right now, Gene Steratore is a Pittsburgh guy. He always comes on the screen and explains a call or whatever. He's a Pittsburgh boy, yeah.
And the Round Ball Classic was held there in Allegheny County towards the Youngstown, Pittsburgh area. It bounced back and forth. And that Sonny Vaccaro was one of the people to get the shoe companies into basketball. So that way we can see who can jump higher, and corporate sponsorship really lifted the NBA to where it's at today right now.
We just have a lot of bridges. Most bridges in any city in the world, including Venice. So we just have bridges.
I know. The thing I like about Pittsburgh the most is you can pop into certain pockets of it where you'll hear a Chinese guy owning a place that just like speaking pure Ebonics because that's all he knows.
I've never experienced that.
You never experienced
Tommy DeVito's agents from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. You got to take is he from Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Oh, the quarterback dude. The quarterback dude.
Yeah. We just posted a photo, a story on the Podguyz podcast of what Tommy DeVito's agent looks like, and you'd expect, and he looks exactly how you would expect him to look like. Tommy DeVito's agent, right there.
I can kind of barely see.
Looks like a funeral director.
No, Tony, he looks like he bought a mafia costume from Spirit of Halloween.
Oh, they have those in the back. You got to go way in the back.
Way in the back. You got to know a guy.
Odora included.
Knock on the door.
So, Michael, how long have you been the best musician in Pittsburgh? How long has that been going on?
Oh my! In my mind or in everyone else's mind? It's very different.
I mean, just in the state of time.
State of time, yeah. It's just time. It's funny. The Michael Botte band, as we know it, really was born out of COVID. I screwed around with other people like years ago and making music, and I lived in San Francisco, man, in Oakland, California. I was in a couple little garage bands and met this like cat from Australia who taught me some guitar. Man, we were playing for a while, but nothing ever really happened. And then COVID hit, and then I had time on my hands.
Was he the typical Australian? Like
what's a typical
deep Australian where he's just like, oh, Michael, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna hit the C chord. And then we're going to go jump right in there, right? And we're going to jump right into the D chord.
He talked
typical Australian gets kicked out of the beer store for not having shoes on.
GFB.
Exactly.
GFB.
Yeah, he talks exactly like that. Yeah.
It's like putting an English guy in. It's like putting an English guy in Arkansas. And then being like, "You believe those alligators in that swamp there?" No,
that's not at all what he sounds like. That wasn't at all it. Huh? But he taught me some stuff, and then I don't know. COVID came, and I had time on my hands, and my daughter was drumming in a couple bands, and she was like, "Dad, you gonna try to make music?" I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I should try to do this thing." And 10 releases later, I don't know. Here I am.
You know what? And this is for all the kids at home too. PSA announcement: it is never too late to start a band.
Never. Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? So yeah, even though it's been a hell of a ride, man, it's been a pretty quick ride.
I think that was once said by dog trainers, to be honest with you.
Probably, yeah, but I'm saying it now. It is possible. There is life after 50.
No, and you know what? That's the thing. Tony sent me over a link, and I listened to a lot of your stuff, and dude, it's good stuff, man. I honestly thought that you were doing this since the 80s and 90s, and you said, well, you know what? If not for the plague, like what?
These kids' music today sucks. Yeah, no. This is I never recorded a note in my life until 2020.
Now, do you write the songs or do you have somebody else write for you?
No, every word, every note, no. That's part of my music is my therapy, man. I got to do that shit, man. If I don't do that part, guess what? Music ain't my therapy anymore. So I got to do that stuff, man. So
whenever I think that people say music is the therapy, they would, if they weren't doing music, they'd be cutting themselves or just like sitting in a corner. And
well, people do different things to take care of their mental health, brother. Some people use medications, yoga, diet, exercise. For me, I got to write and play music. That's just how I keep sane in this insane world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Michael, 3 out of 5 doctors recommend that you write songs on the toilet. Is that true?
No, that's completely untrue. No, untrue. No, in the shower.
In the shower. Excellent. Great reverberation.
Oh my God, it's amazing. The acoustics are fantastic in there.
Acoustics are amazing.
Well, that just explains the names of these songs here, Tony. Name of the song number 1 is Hot Water's Running Out. Song number 2 is Oops, I Dropped the Soap. And song number 3 is Conditioner or Shampoo First.
Yeah.
Fucking seriously.
I gotta go.
We should have known.
Shampoo first. Usually shampoo, right? Yeah, come on. There's a cadence.
I'm just saying, Mike, there were several hints you were writing in the shower.
Come on, man. He has great hair. Look at that.
I tell you what, this is going, but this shit ain't going yet, brother. It's not
going nowhere.
You know what I do? Beautiful. I use this hair stuff called Tribal Chimp.
Tribal Chimp.
I swear to God, it's for your hair.
You only buy it
else.
in Philadelphia.
You can't use it anywhere else, boys. It's only for your hair. It's Tribal Chimp, man. It just gives you hair. It's fantastic.
It gives you PSA again for everyone listening. No matter what age, Tribal Chimp on your balls will grow hair.
No.
I mean, no.
I specifically said up here.
Oh, sorry. You said it worked. So,
Yeah, so I still got some, man. I'm gonna flaunt it while I can.
That's perfect. So you're on, or you're not on the road, but you're recording music somewhere as well, right, Mike?
Yeah, so I recorded all 10 of my releases in this room right here. My microphone's right here. Wow. Yeah, I just did everything right here with 2 dogs at my feet, and truck goes by, the Amazon truck comes over, and I got to do the thing over again. And yeah, pretty rudimentary. I had a microphone from back in my San Francisco days. It was a 25-year-old Shure SM57, like a workhorse. Wow. You drop that thing and it would like break your foot, right? Yeah. So that's what I recorded everything on. That was it, man. In a pop filter.
That is a microphone that is truly made out of Pittsburgh steel.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's your grandmother's washer, man. That thing ain't never going to die, dude. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's my thing, man. My producer was like, maybe you got to buy this like different condenser mic and this and that. And I'm like, dude, I know how this sounds. I know how you make it sound. We're done. This is what I'm recording on.
Yeah,
the songs just press play.
Yep.
The songs are as the popular releases. They're put down here on Spotify. The song names are, if anybody was wondering, the Michael Botte Band's most popular songs, we're giving you a 6 right off the bat. So the one is Radiate, Beautiful Day, New Rising Sun, Leave This Town, and then My Way. And Here We Go is another one. Here We Go. And that sounds like a starter song to the album. Am I right? Is that like a starter song, Here We Go, or is it?
So that was the second release. No, they're all singles. So that was the second release we did. And you know what's funny about that song is no one has a clue what it's about because no one would know. But it's all about Penn State football. It's all about me waiting all day long for the whiteout game.
Nice.
That's what the entire song is about. But no one would know that. You do.
Even by the lyrics, you didn't.
Yeah, no,
it's in there.
No, it's the lyrically 100%, but I don't say, hey, Joe Paterno, Mount Nittany. I mean, I use a little bit more imagery, but no, I used black and blue in the song.
That would be it kind of Bob Dylan always used some subtle hints in his song. So if he was singing about Penn State, he'd be like, there was a crime in the shower. Like,
no, we don't do that. No,
there was a crime in the shower.
I tell you what,
I'll give caps in the crime in the shower.
I'll give you 2 strikes, and that's fucking strike number 1, brother.
Hey,
all right.
I wasn't the one that was accused.
2 strikes. That's fucking strike number 1, brother. All right.
I'm a Penn State fan, brother.
All right, man.
You do give off Billy Ray Cyrus vibes, especially from your picture that you have on your website, sir, with the mirrored glasses.
That was a good picture.
That's how I hide. That's how I hide. And obviously I'm the coolest kid in the room. So obviously that's why I do it. But no, that's how I hide, man. To be honest. Matter of fact, I just shot a little promo video. My wife shot a little thing for me. And she was like, are you going to take your glasses off? And I'm like, I've never done that before. I've never taken my glasses off. It was a quintessential moment. I took my glasses off and I survived.
No,
not many people do. Not many people do.
I survived. Yeah.
It says that you blend country, alt country, and rock into a sound that takes you on a journey to catch hooks and toe-tapping beats.
I never said that.
Nobody said that. Nobody. It's on your website.
What? No. Yeah, that was
no. Where's the motivation for your music? Like, where, of course, I'm sure you have, great innovators of your time that you seek refuge from. And, where do you get your motivation? Where do you find your love, your passion?
Oh man, I try to
I know
keep
it's
it
a
simple.
tough question.
I know. I just try to keep it simple, man. I write what I see, write what I feel. I got to say COVID, did a lot of things for different people, right? I mean, thankfully for me, the Michael Botte band was formed, but without the details, my family went through fucking hell and back for COVID. So I had a lot of material. So like we talked about, music is my therapy. I had some shit to say and I had the time to say it. So that was a lot of inspiration. However, the song My Way that Kevin had just mentioned, that was written 25 years ago and it sat in a book. It sat in a book because it's not like a fun song, man. It's kind of a tough tune. So it sat in a book for 25 years and I just released it like 6 months ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Well, you got Kelstatch Music gave you a great review right here. They said straight out of Philadelphia, Michael Botte is making waves in the indie music scene with his charmingly crafted sonic masterpieces, with production and mixing from Bob Beals at Sound Foundation Studios. You won't want to miss what the melodic maestro has cooked up. Now,
I gotta pay that guy. I gotta pay
for
that
real.
Guy. I gotta pay that guy.
Bob Beals, how long have you been working with Bob Beals?
But it's funny, Bob. We met on the internet. Bob and I did.
Just like everybody.
Just like everybody
on the internet.
We met
all
on the
internet. Best people you meet on the internet or inside of Ubers. I always say
it was an Ubernet we met. So when I first started to learn how to record, I was doing demos, and I was putting demos up on all these different Facebook groups and stuff, which is probably how, to be honest, I don't even know how I found you guys or you found me. I have no idea, but probably on Facebook somewhere, right? So I was putting all these demos. No? Okay, we'll talk about that later then.
We'll talk about it later.
I was putting all these demos and shit up, and like Bob was in all these groups, and I'd be like, hey man, like what about the high frequencies here? Like, should I cut those? Like production kind of questions. And he kept giving me all this advice and stuff. And then finally he gave me all this like detailed stuff for New Rising Sun. And I'm like, Bob, like I'm not doing any of that stuff. And he was like, well, man, you're wasting my time. I said, no, because you're going to do it, brother. You're now my producer. So that was the first song we did, was New Rising Sun, because he told me to do all this stuff that I didn't know how to do. So I said, you're going to do it.
What's been the trickiest thing for you as far as a musical, producer, writer, singer, artist? What's been the hardest production value thing that you've done so far that you would probably do over in the very beginning?
Yeah.
But what have you taught yourself over time?
Oh, that's funny you should say that, because I put out my own self-produced EP called Radiate. I think Kevin had mentioned the song Radiate. So I thought I was going to be this self-contained unit, man. Like, I'm going to learn everything myself, man, and write and play, and I don't need anybody, all that kind of stuff. The hubris of youth, right? At 51. So I put out an EP called Radiate. And look, it was a respectable output. I mean, honestly, if you played it against some songs, I mean, you wouldn't tell that much of a difference. But then whenever I heard what Bob can make me sound like, I ripped that entire EP out of the universe. And now we're slowly doing the songs over again. So Bob and I have done, I think, 3 out of 5. Radiate we just did, which was the first one off that EP.
Nice.
And the next song for March 1st is going to be another song off that EP. So I humbly, I swallowed my pride and I ripped that shit out of the universe.
You're at the age where you're 54, so you've actually been influenced and surrounded by the best music around when it comes to the 80s and 90s and the ass end of the 70s when growing up. Who did you listen to when you were, who was your top band? Who was your go-to concert when you were growing up?
You know, I was a wreck, man. I was a mutt. I will tell you, in 1977, same year as Star Wars, I saved up my money. I think it was $2.50 maybe, or 75, to buy my first record album, because there was a band that I had heard of that my best friend's brother had. It was Kiss Love Gun.
There you go. I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Dude.
Kiss was so popular. You struck me as a Kiss guy, dude. And that
you struck me as a Kiss guy,
dude. They were really at the top of their game around
77. Oh, it was 75, 76, 77. They were biggest thing in the world, even to this day. So I saved up my money. Now you guys know what the Kiss Love Gun album cover looked like. Now I will tell you, my parents of an 8-year-old did not dig that freaking cover, man. They stole that thing away from me so fast. My brother, stole it back, and I got it back. But so to answer your question, like, I started out like most people of that generation, the Zeppelins and Journey and Styx and Kiss and all that. And then 1982, one of my friends said, "Hey man, there's this band coming to Pittsburgh, and my friends are going. It's New Edition, and opening for them is UTFO." Do you guys know who New Edition is and UTFO? Do you know?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. UTFO was in the vanguard of the rap movement, and New Edition was kind of becoming that big boy band, huge hip hop boy band. So I was like, "What's all this like rap and hip hop? Like, what's all this stuff?" So then I kind of went that way, and Run DMC, and then all of a sudden the hair bands came. We all got swept up with all the Crews and the Poisons and the White Snakes and all that shit, Rat and all that shit. Then my college years, my formative party years, 88 to 93, grunge heaven, man. So I'm trying to answer your question, Kevin, saying that I got to live during a time when all these genres were kind of like born. I'm a wreck.
Yeah, no, that's not being a wreck. No, that is that's why I was trying to see if you had a specific influence, if you could name your top 5 bands. But even then, throughout that time, it's almost impossible to name any top 5 of anything. Because the world had just been getting out of Beatlemania. Beatles, they're done with. Elvis is dead. Nothing's really coming along. The next thing up from Elvis at the time, and people don't remember because it was they were so live in concert, was Kiss, and they were the band to see live in concert. They were the band to run away from home and see. And if you got back home and you got your ass kicked, at least you did it because at least you could tell your friends, like, yeah, my parents beat the crap out of me, but at least I got to see Kiss. Like if a cop comes up to you and says, "Why are you homeless? You're 15." And you said, "Well, I ran away from home to see Kiss." The cop would be like, "All right, you need a ride?"
Right. It's funny, in my bedroom at home and growing up, there were 3 different kinds of posters on my wall. It's Kiss, all the Philadelphia 76ers, and Farrah Fawcett. That's what I had in my room.
You checked all the boxes there.
Yeah.
I had Charles Barkley on my wall for the 76ers.
I had like Moses and Chocolate Thunder and Dr. J and Mo Cheeks, because that was in the early 80s. But Farrah Fawcett was in a good position, let's just say.
Good spot, just like right on the ceiling there.
Right up above.
Your mom constantly saying, "Why do you need it on the ceiling? I don't get it."
Michael, stop spackling everything.
It was a rough time. Hormones were just flaring, man. None of us knew what the fuck was going on, man.
And people, it was a time that you took a picture of something, you had to wait. If you lost a camera, no one believed you were anywhere. If you lost your film, if you lost physical pictures of something, people didn't believe you were anywhere.
Lose their mind.
Now we got these little phones here. You take a picture instantaneously. Everyone is a good photographer now because you got enough practice by the time you know it.
And it's funny. It's funny you should say that, because my daughter, these kids, everything's captured. Everything is captured, but it's captured on like a device. It's not necessarily captured here. Mm-hmm. So they always talk about how, music, there's no such thing as time travel, right? Well, Now you could easily go through, I could look at every month, every day, every year. I could search every memory I have right here. But when we grew up, music was my time travel. I could hear the first note of a song. I could hear just the first line, and I know exactly where I was, where I am. I have memories associated to that musical sound and that note. You guys have this too. But now, like I could just, my memories are just, they're given to me. I don't have to search for them. They're right here.
Right. Yeah.
It's so different.
It's the beginning stages of artificial intelligence interconnecting with humans. People wonder where humans have gotten these ideas to just, and it's beyond our recollection. Okay. It really is beyond human brains. And it's just my theory that it's beyond human brains. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that a fucking half monkey ape that thinks that to attach a motor to a goddamn lawnmower to just make sure you cut your grass the right way. You know, you got a combustible engine on a fucking lawnmower. You're out of your goddamn minds. And you want to pull with the string. These are the same people that brought up nanotechnology. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that. We got some drunk driving alien helping us out somewhere. You know.
I lived in New Mexico. They're there. I saw them. I did.
No, and the government has even come out and told people, they're like, you know, that UFOs are real. They've recovered crafts, and everybody's reaction was the same. They're like, does anybody have any questions? They're like, when will the price of eggs come down? You know, and you're like, did you just not hear us? Aliens are real. You know, they took it in the same degree that somebody were to say, hey, Ricky Martin is gay. And they're like, yeah, and we knew something was up there, but, you know.
Yeah, fine. But he said she bangs. She bangs. He always did say that. And actually,
the original lyrics was he bangs. And the record company put the letter S there in front of everything. Walked into
that one, yeah.
And it was terrible.
He moves, he moves.
Yeah, they're like, Ricky, we like the lyrics. We like your voice and everything, but can we make it she instead of he? And he's like, why?
Yeah, maybe it's political.
They're a big...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike, I want to talk to you about your lovely videography skills as well for your video. Of course,
which one's that?
Radiate.
Oh, Radiate.
Yeah. What was the filming like for that? What was the
It was all on location. Every single shot was on location. It was really easy because it was all the location of my laptop. So yeah, that was all I have memberships to all these different sites and all just tons of stock footage, man. You just got to sit there and look through and, you know, do your best to put things together that might capture the image of the, you know, the lyrics. And I like to do lyric videos. But you got to capture that, you know, with the imagery behind it.
I hate when you say I had memberships to all of these places.
All of these video places that are free stocked footage for this kind of use.
Perfect.
This kind of use.
It made me worried for a second. Yeah, I'm like, Family Guy.
I want to keep my laptop
not going to go in that rabbit hole.
Oh my God, no. Lois, I want to keep my my laptop running. So yeah, I just put a bunch of stuff together, man, and it kind of fit in it. I don't know, it kind of worked and it fit.
I thought you knew, like the girl who was in the curtains and.
No, I had to search for that one. Yeah, I had to search a lot of sites for that one. I forget what the criteria was I put in for that one, but the search criteria was like, I can't remember, but I found her and it fit. It just kind of fit.
Put down in there a silhouette whore.
That's exactly what. No, I put whore. That is a silhouette.
Silhouette whore and curtains.
Put down, I love my wife. That's what I searched for. It just popped up, honey. I swear to God.
We got a word coming here. What is this?
Oh boy. Well, we got
just to let you know, Mike.
Yeah.
Sparky is the man without question, of course, our videographer, but in picture form, of course. So what he does, he actually draws the picture that we talk about, and of course, he has it on his big board and for everyone to see in all its grace and glory. It is a beautiful work of art. It is the Picasso-ish, very ish of everything.
He's an artist beyond artist right now, and we're always happy to have Sparky on. He was here before I was here, and you know he really gets intimate when it comes to drawing what we're talking.
He's elevated his game.
This is why we go live, not just because it separates us from other podcasts, but people get to visually see what is going on inside of Sparky's mind right now. Sparky, would you turn that big board around and we'll see what's going on with that? It says, I can't hit the high note in the song. Better look at the wall. Look at that. As you can see, it is a picture of Farrah Fawcett, I'm guessing, right, Sparky? And that is the inspiration for Radiate.
It's a golf club.
Well, that is a microphone.
That's a microphone.
That's a microphone. As you can, it's clear as day. It's a microphone.
Yeah, it's a microphone taped to a golf club.
That's pretty creative, man. That's
Michael. I think he caught your features of you having a. I think he caught your features of you having a beard correctly, right?
Yeah. You gave me too much dark hair, though.
All right, that's a good thing. And your arms are there. Well, one of them. But
One of them. You only need one. Yeah. I'm reaching for Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah. The other one is there. Yeah, the other one's there. But have you ever been depicted in such great detail as Sparky has right there in the big?
No one's ever painted my portrait ever. I could just think of the scene in Titanic. I wish we had I could explain what I would like to have, but that was a great depiction.
Sparky can draw you like one of his French women.
He can, yeah.
It's a great scene, man. Like one of your French girls.
Like one of the French girls.
He pays him a dime. Yep. He pays him a dime.
That kind of showed up with the epitome of having too much money, where a rich guy and his friends, and they're like, we want to know what it's like, to see the Titanic. And they're like, you sure about that, buddy?
Well, they pay dearly.
I like how the company had it. They're like, we have an Xbox controller. We're good. Like, wait, what? Are you sure you can control that? They're like, maybe. What's the worst that can happen? Oh. I am watching the videography of what Tony is talking about from the official video of Radiate by Michael Botte.
Michael Botte.
Latte.
You got to throw the pinky up, Botte.
And this was so this woman doing all this crazy stuff, and it's just imagery that was free imagery for you there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
freaking crazy, man. I love it.
Just go to the interweb, man. There's a lot of shit out there.
This is well put together, though.
Oh, thanks, man. I tried. I tried to find imagery to match the lyric content. I tried my best. And the wise man guy, that dude, like ripping like the pages out of the book in the water, like that dude. I was like, wow, I like that guy.
Yeah,
I like that dude.
The fireworks, the fire spinner.
Explosion, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
you're going out of.
You can tell I've seen this video once or twice.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, brother. You're the one guy who saw it. Yeah. No, the fire dancer chick. Yeah, she was beautiful. I dug her. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to get to the nitty gritty, Mike.
Uh-oh. You're
a Philadelphia native now.
I've been here. It's funny. I've lived here the longest anywhere I've lived other than where I grew up. So I left my home at roughly 18, I guess, went to school and left. So I've been here 13 years. So it's kind of getting there.
Where is the Philadelphia cheesesteak? Where is it?
Oh, man, come on. If you ask 100 people, you're going to get 100 different answers. I swear.
We want to hear the Michael Botte way.
And he's right about that. A tourist will tell you that Pat's is the best place. And
Pat Geno's.
It's funny. I have so many friends who live, in and around me now. My next door neighbor, actually, born and raised South Philly, walked to Pat's his whole life. I will tell you, he and I will go down to Pat's at like 8 a.m, like early.
Yeah.
And throw that thing down. No one's there. No one's there.
Oh, okay.
And I tell you, I have nothing. I love Pat's. I have no problem with Pat's. I don't. Geno's a little bit different. I like Pat's a little bit better. But out here, we have cheesesteaks. You can't swing a dead cat without someone making a steak around here. So,
yeah.
There's a couple places out here we like. La Spada. There's a good place. The Dairy Cottage right down here makes great steaks. Everybody has their own. But I like I'm the Provi. I'm the Provi wit. I like the Provi with the grilled onions. I'm a Provi guy. I'm not a whiz guy. That stuff looks weird to me.
Yeah, you
much
want you want real cheese. If you ask somebody if whiz is real cheese, they're going to look at you and say, does it taste real?
It's a cheese product. It's a cheese product. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't work. The Italian in me just says, no, I don't want that. I want provolone.
You could patch holes with Cheese Whiz. Did you know that?
Actually, that's what it was. And someone was like, ooh, that's actually not so bad. It's funny when I go on camping, like backpacking trips, when I used to be a backpacker, Cheese Whiz was huge in our backpacks because it never required any kind of treatment, and it just sat in the backpack for
no refrigeration, no nothing.
Days, man. It would ooze out of the fucking thing, man.
As long as you didn't have a stale cracker. No. If you had a stale cracker, like you're done. You're just done.
It will keep the same consistency in fucking outer space if you.
Oh, I'm telling you, the crackers we put in the plastic because you couldn't have a soggy cracker. That was awful.
Yeah, of course.
You put that shit out there, oh, you were happy as can be, man. And then you get like the Hillshire Farms, like the bologna things that don't go in the refrigerator, like the summer sausage. The summer sausage and Cheese Whiz and crackers.
Brother, is that a Pennsylvania thing? Is that a Pennsylvania thing?
Yeah. Does anyone know what summer sausage is? It's awful. It'll kill you.
I mean, it will kill anybody. I mean, it's
just the size of it too, man.
Yeah. And speaking of summer sausage, Sparky has got some,
here we go.
seasonal greetings on the big board right there. So go ahead.
Speaking of summer sausage, Sparky,
right
spin that
board
board
out
around.
there, Sparky. Oh my, what is the shadow girl doing? And I don't.
Well.
Now, for our non-viewing audience out there, it looks like the shadow girl got a elongated object in the hand of her. So no knees
mouth,
bent.
by the way, too.
Right? It does not look like.
It's a corn cob. She's having it's a corn cob.
That's definitely a cheesesteak. We're going with the cheesesteak.
Going cheesesteak. Yeah, we're going cheesesteak. Not
I was messing with him.
Perfect.
That looked like whiz though to me.
Yeah. So Michael, do you? I guess you're here to promote your Christmas album, right?
If Christmas is March 1st.
No,
damn it.
No.
Dude, honestly, that is just I appreciate everyone who does it. I do. It's just not my cup of tea.
Man. I don't appreciate anyone who does it.
Okay, that was my politically correct way of saying.
You don't have to be politically correct.
I don't like Christmas. I don't like. No, Bing Crosby did it right. Bing Crosby did it.
No, Michael, you just said I hate Christmas. No.
No. All the songs.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
No, that's a solid take because Bing Crosby did the songs. We have them. They're done.
Yeah.
They don't need to be done again. We don't need, we don't need Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You coming out.
Isn't that the most popular song in the world now or some shit?
It is the most played in grocery stores during this time of year. It's become a tradition like the ugly sweater. Yeah, you're basically satiring the idea as if it's a good song. Now Mariah Carey is taking it as if she did a great job on something, and that is not even close to being the fact. She's got a beautiful voice, great body, whole thing is going on for her, and that's what happens with the music industry. Which this is why we really like you, because your songs are there and you don't have to check a list of them saying, well, wait a second, is Michael Botte, can we change his last name? Can we change his beard? Can we do this to him? Can we do that? You are purely there for the music.
He's not a sellout.
What's that?
I got nothing to sell. I got nothing to sell.
It's that and there's very little to sell.
Nothing to sell.
So you don't do the Christmas music stuff at all?
No, I've been asked. I was asked to do a couple different compilations or duets and things. It's just not my cup of tea. I just want to write.
How do you get out of the Christmas music when somebody asks?
Honestly, I always gracefully say, look, man, I've heard your stuff before. There's nothing more I could bring to you. You don't need me. You don't need me. You can do this on your own.
Okay, all right. So the frontal, you just go, whoa, I would, but you know what? You're already so perfect.
You're good. And I don't write ho and stuff. I don't write that. I have other stuff to say, man.
Besides jingle bell, rock, blah, 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 blah. And
Michael does have a new song. It's Did You Know How to Get to Somerset Street. And for those of you who don't know, that's a street in Philadelphia that's known as Skid Row Highway.
There's quite a few of them.
Every artist is always told they have to put out a Christmas album. I don't know, pardon my French, where the fuck this came from. Who said, you know what people really need? They need to buy a holiday. We need to hear Bon Jovi talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We need Bruce Springsteen to really bring on the holiday magic with Baby It's Cold Outside, which got brutalized. Remember that, Baby It's Cold Outside?
Oh, you couldn't play it or something for a while? Yeah.
Oh, they said that it was sexually, they said that it was a suggestive tone.
It was adorably playful in the 50s or 60s. You know,
it was very yes, you're right. It was meant, that was the intent. It was intended to be a playful Baby It's Cold Outside. Was meant to be as playful as
hang out.
Singing in the Rain was another song. Now, people don't fucking sing in the rain, nor do they hold you hostage if it was just a suggestion like, well, it's cold, so you could stay over and fuck if you want, but throwing it out there.
That was in the B-side. That never made it into the lyric.
That was on the B-side of the album was front side is Baby It's Cold Outside. The other side was maybe you should stick around and we should fuck.
Oh man, don't ruin that song for me. La 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 la.
My favorite is I was at the mall today and I watched this mom carry her kid by the legs across the floor.
That's tough. That mom just did everything she could up until that point.
That's like a woman that's given up on life. The kid's screaming,
and the kid will survive.
And there she is, just dragging him across the floor by his legs.
She almost wanted, I'm a parent, right? Yeah, I feel you, sister. I feel you.
And Sparky's got something on the big board there. Sparky, whip that big board around real quick so the live viewing audience.
Whip it out to show everyone, Sparky.
They were high and tight, and they used to be white. I am walking in soiled underwear. What the fuck?
That's his song.
Is that his song?
Soiled underwear.
Tell you what, I'm gonna take a picture of that. I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna run with that.
They were high and tight and used to be white, walking in soiled underwear. That's right, folks. You can buy that top-notch seller at merchbooth.com.
Yeah, you can email us at the Podguyz Podcast at gmail.com, where we don't really read the emails anyways, but it is our complaint department for the empty void of your hatreds and frustrations and whatever you want to say. We only have free speech on the internet. You can't really go on. You know what censored speech looks like? It looks like the Golden Bachelor, Tony. That's basically what the ABC people have brought the world. Have you seen the Golden Bachelor, Michael? It's exactly what you think it is. It's an old dude talking. He's the Bachelor.
Golden Bachelor.
And they've increased the age of the Bachelor. So basically, you get to see everyone that Donald Trump would never have sex with and you know how I know this is because he says, I would never have sex with the women that are older my age. Just wouldn't be that attractive. Yeah, Donald Trump treats women the same way people treat a fucking Toyota Camry. Every 5 years, you trade them in. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a terrible. It's a terrible thing. So the Golden Bachelor, Tony, here, I guess he had a troubled past. The star of the Golden Bachelor with women that claimed on dates he would yell at them, and the man said, "Oh no, it's just because my hearing was gone." And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck am I reading this? Why?
See, they got you.
Why?
See?
He had to click.
See, that's why they had no idea he had to run to the bathroom 45 times.
I was waiting for an old-fashioned erectile dysfunction story, but instead they were like, "Oh, he yelled at us,"
That poor guy.
What a jerk, that. How dare a man ever yell? How dare a man ever be wrong around a woman?
Do you know what he's going to do after the Golden Bachelor, Kevin?
What's that, Tony?
You know what he's going to do after the Golden Bachelor?
What is he going to do?
He is going to be the face and figure of Paula Dent forever.
You remember that stuff?
He's going to be the we got who do I take, the lady in the walker or the body? His choices.
That's what happened on the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, the dead body
that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
Even in other news, Mike Tyson came in the news again. Tony, I think you remember. You actually shared this story.
I did.
Podguyz Podcast Facebook fan page that Mike Tyson says he would have beaten Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury in his prime. Now, here's a fun fact for you. The only person that Mike Tyson couldn't beat was Lennox Lewis, who had the same type of fight style that these guys also have. But just throwing it out there, Mike. Throw also women in there. Mike Tyson would have also beaten women.
That's true.
When Tyson came out, like he just devoured people. His fights were 8 seconds. Like you get paid like $10 million, and you'd have all your buddies. You'd pay the thing. You're sitting there. You'd go get your beer. 12 seconds and the thing was over.
12 seconds later, dude's on the ground.
Now, every one of these fighters, now, if you look at Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, they last 10, 12 rounds. Like straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's because there's a boxing competition committee now, and then a subcommittee that oversees them. Back in Tyson's day, you could put up a patsy against Tyson, and people were betting, Michael. They were betting on under 20 seconds, over 20 seconds, over a minute, because it's Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So who the hell ever heard? People are like knockout, 8th round, knockout, 6th round decision, all that nice. Who the fuck? How many people lost? Who bet? I want to know anyone who bet on 12-second knockout.
Yeah, no. He just devoured people. He was scary.
Well, I'm not even saying he devoured people, because check out his knockouts, dude. I'm not screaming fixed fight, but man, oh man, if 0 people won off your fight and only Vegas won on your fight, it feels super suspicious every time.
There is one thing that he regrets saying out of all of his years that he did boxing, and he said, "I'll eat your children.
I'll eat your children. I will eat your children."
He was just crazy. He was nuts. He was a kid.
Insane.
He was a kid. Yeah.
Insane. I love
he literally bit the ear off of another man, and then when he was about to be arrested, he's like, "What do you mean I'm about to get arrested?" It's like,
Evander Holyfield, yeah.
And you know what, Evander, you kind of deserved it. You can't get away with 9 headbutts in the span of 2 rounds.
Not only that, the rabbit punches behind the head.
Yeah.
He hit him a lot right behind the head.
If you watch a replay on that fight, Evander had him the first fight as far as just plain old technique alone.
Just straight up jabbing that he needed to reach.
It was okay, but Mike gives you those power punches where Evander had to have just had a lot of
lettuce brain.
Well, yeah, dude. If you hear Evander Holyfield tell a story now, it's just like fucking. I'd rather hear a stuttering child fucking with a bag of fucking lettuce in his mouth tell a story than.
I'd rather listen to Kennedy.
Oh yeah. RFK, where he sounds like a robot version of On Golden Pond, like.
Mr. Fonda, come on.
The Mexican boy is American dog. Do we have another guy? He's great. The black people. Oh my God, we have another guy. Where the fuck is he going? Is he the guy? By the way, the third party candidate this time around, there's a third party candidate, and drum roll, please, Tony. Can you give me a drum roll on this one? It is another crazy old white guy.
Whoa!
A third crazy white guy.
You have one?
To tell me they got 3 in the mix now. The third party has drawn the same picture that both other parties have drawn. The first picture was Donald Trump, and we know. Crazy white guy saying a bunch of shit, talking shit on Twitter. Funny, yeah. Racist, maybe. I don't know. The second drawing was another man smelling children here along the way, putting on the mask so that way he can't grab their scent. Also saying crazy stuff. The sitting president right now, Joe Biden. And now the third one, they need to throw a Kennedy in the mix when things aren't a little bit too spicy. He's got that brain problem that makes his voice sound a little different right now. Helped clean up the Hudson, but also has an anti-vaccine stance that is very controversial and deemed to be crazy. So we got 3 crazy white guys, and nothing really.
Well, you got Vic in the background. He's yelling out. What's his name? Vikram.
No
something.
idea.
Oh no, yeah, he's a Republican primary where everybody's trying to hope they get the silver medal or something.
Oh yeah.
That Vikram guy, Chris Christie looks like he's been eating again.
Oh my God, Chris Christie just needs to give it up. Throwing the oversized towel.
I don't care who likes Chris Christie. If you like Chris Christie, you're not informed enough. That guy is just pure scumbag. He's the worst part of any Republican platform and the worst part of any Democratic platform too. He's just a human. He is exactly who you think he is on the outside as in the inside. He's trying to give your dad who got 2 DUIs the death penalty. What the fuck? To a certain degree. What a scumbag. Here's to Chris Christie. Go fuck yourself. I hope you're listening, Chris. What a piece of shit.
I hope you die from heart disease.
Bye. I hope, yeah. I mean, everyone worried about Joe Biden not being able to breathe anymore or whatever. He's just because I call him Michael. I don't know how you feel politically, but I just, we like to poke fun. I don't really care. Joe Biden, I call him the TikTok president because he's good for about 10 seconds. And then you're like, you swipe up.
Yeah, he gets confused. Yeah, he seems to get confused. Yeah, I don't watch politics at all.
At the age of 80,
there's no great politician. There isn't.
There's no way, Michael. There's no way. This is the A team of people. Okay, there is no fucking way. First they should have everybody do a physical test. Like, all right, everybody run.
Run.
Oh my God.
Literally run. I want to see how far everyone who wants
5 feet
go. And then you take the top 1,000 from the running test. And you're like, okay, great. You all look like you have run a 50-yard dash in a good amount of time. Cool. Next, math. Just simple math, okay? What number is this? Just give them a cognitive test that way. Just letters.
You can't carry the one anymore. You can't carry the one anymore.
And then I throw in the one name that should be there, but will never be there.
Go ahead.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk for president. Well, won't be there because I think he was born in.
That's what I'm saying. Like he'll try to run, but will never be there.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's weird thing that South Africa it used to be an English colony way back in the day when discovered, but it just feels really hillbilly-ish where they're like, we're going to send, like the Southern people are in Africa sort of thing. But what is he going to run for? The whole system was based around what we wanted around the Constitution in 1789 when it was ratified. So that's what the system's kind of based off of. And it didn't work for the longest time. And the reason it didn't work is because if it did, corporations wouldn't have to bribe every politician just to get something done. Marijuana users out there figured out that they had to bribe politicians. Create a lobbyist committee, create a committee, then get lobbyists into Washington to seek out to see if they can fucking smoke a plant that makes them feel okay. Now, I don't even smoke marijuana, but holy shit, when I used to, man, oh man, the first thing I thought was, wow, this thing did not kill half as many brain cells as I thought that it would have. And I don't feel terrible. I don't feel violent. It was just, Michael,
feel more hungry than violent.
Michael, have you ever smoked pot before? I'm sure you have, right?
Yeah, I enjoy cannabis. Yes, I do. Yeah. I'm not a big drinker. I'm not a big drinker. Not my cup of tea. No.
And there's nothing wrong with that. No harm is being done. Here's what's legal: carbonated gasoline, diabetic powder known as sugar, where it causes diabetes along the way and for limbs to come off. Now, if you were to mix in some marijuana drops or whatever the hell, or gummy bears or however you want to dose it, you want to smoke it, yeah, you're probably going to hurt your lungs. People are like, marijuana actually cures cancer. So some cases it has cured childhood leukemia in Canada. They've done studies. So, you can't, I'm not going to dismiss and say that it doesn't do that, but don't think that Tommy Chong has never had cancer, but is always smoking pot all the time. Right. Yeah. So, kind of, maybe there's a link there, but it's kind of tricky territory. Michael, aren't you happy that medical marijuana? Do you have your card here in Pennsylvania yet, or no?
No, nothing like that. No, yeah. No.
They shouldn't require you to have a card just to smoke a plant.
Yeah.
What the hell, just fucking buy pot,
well, there's lobbying right now going for the state in general in order to make it recreational. But again, still in the mix.
Yeah. The reason that they try to keep it just medical purposes, big hand quotes around that idea, is because when Colorado and Washington made it recreational, everyone flooded to the states, driving prices up on houses and everything else like that because they wanted it that much. that they would, you get to live in rainy Seattle, right? Where they're like, hey guys, stay away from Seattle. There's a lot of heroin addicts around here. They're like, how many heroin addicts? By the way, I heard about that legal pot. You got that? And they're like, yeah, but again, a Walking Dead amount of heroin addicts. They came from Northern California. The whole state of Oregon is just coffee drinkers and heroin addicts, rehab centers, and then of course you got they're flooding into our city. But the reason we made pot legal here in Washington was to slow down the heroin addicts. That when they're off of that dope, they turn fucking mean zombie real quick. And we'll start bashing their head through cars and stealing and robbing and pillaging like maniacs. It's just one of those things like that drug down in Florida that was very popular. It was called Flocka. Tony, did you remember Flocka? That was literally, we used to do this thing called Florida Man, Michael, right? And every fucking time we played the game, guess the drug that was responsible for this. And the craziest of crime would have the mystery drug called Flocka put in there, where it raises the person's body temperature up to like.
In Philadelphia, they actually call it trank.
Trank, they call it trank.
Yeah. Different word, yeah. No clue.
Yeah, and God bless the person who names these drugs after almost murdering their customer base right there. Mistakenly, like, hey man, what are you gonna call this? Like, Flocka. I almost died last night, but here we go. Throw it in.
It was made by an old Mexican woman.
No.
What's her name? Flocka.
It's a poisonous fish. I got bit by a Flocka. I was in the ocean, got bit by a Flocka. That's a weird name.
It was actually made by men. And no.
I remember that.
Oh Lord.
So what's next on the horizon for you, Mike?
So actually, yesterday, what's today? Yesterday, my producer and I pretty much finalized the next release. It's going to be March 1st. Through Sony Orchard is my distributor, and my record company, Big Records, will be backing it. So it's called I Got a Song, and I think we're going to finish it this week. And then unfortunately, it's going to sit for a while, and then we're going to do another one. So we always have a couple in the hopper, but we release them like every 4 months, roughly. That's the cadence like the record company likes to use, about every 4 months, 3 a year. So that's what we're going to do, but we're always one ahead of the game and just continually making music. I have so many damn songs to go through in my book that I've written that we have years of work ahead of us. So
now, would you say all bangers, or would you be like, or are you like, we'll probably sit on that for a little bit? And then
I will say, of all the ones written, doesn't necessarily mean they're all going to be recorded. So if I have probably 50 written, I mean, I have a list of easily 20 that I would feel comfortable recording. So that's 5 years, just right there.
Wow.
3 a year. Yeah, that's like 6-7 years right there.
Are you guys going to tour again, or are you just going to produce and record?
There's a tour. So my record company works on a couple different tours. One of them is called Rise Up TV. What they do is matter of fact, they just finished a tour. It's 5 cities, 5 nights, 5 musicians on this huge, gorgeous tour bus. Like we're talking like Motley Crue tour bus.
Nice.
And they film it all and they put it out into a reality TV show called Rise Up TV. So that's kind of being worked on right now. So the next tour they're going to do, I don't know, there might be an opportunity for me to jump on that one and then kind of be a part of this Rise Up TV reality show. I don't fucking know. I'll try.
Sparky is always available for drawing pictures while you're out on the road.
Yeah, if you need someone to really capture the images that you feel are just a camera,
he's done a good job. He's a realist. He's a realistic painter there. So I might need his help. Yeah.
Yeah, he a lot of people do oil paints, and he just sticks to the markers.
Magic marker. It's called magic for a reason. Look what it does. Look at the magic that it brings.
And which is just wonderful. Now, Michael, I kind of ask everybody if this question when they come on. Would you consider being on the Podguyz podcast the peak of your career?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Damn it. What do you mean? How dare you? This is insulting.
If you said one of the most bizarre moments of my career, fun moments, yeah.
We try to keep it bizarre and mainly fun. Like also one more question. Since we're in the Christmas season,
Oh boy.
When did you find out the moment and your reaction when Santa Claus was not real?
Oh, I remember when my daughter found out. For me, I don't know, man. I don't have I don't have a memory of all of a sudden the lights being turned on. I don't.
You see, the trauma is
know.
that
I don't
deeply
know.
ridden there, Tony. The trauma has been riddled because it's a very traumatic moment.
It is.
You know?
Oh, everything. Because when you learn about Santa, then it's the Easter Bunny, then it's the Tooth Fairy. All of a sudden, all these heroes of yours are gone. And like,
this is how we reacted. I remember when we were told, you know, that Santa Claus wasn't real, right? We freaked the fuck out. We were not having any of that shit, you know. We were just like, what?
And then, anarchy, you know, setting fires.
Well, no, we literally freaked out. We were just like, is there no God either?
Yeah, there's everything.
You know, God.
What about Superman? What about Superman?
Yeah. Next, you're gonna tell me there's no fucking Rocky Balboa. And you're like, no, well, he wasn't real either. What the fuck? This is, you know, like,
it is tough. I remember my daughter did it, and we just had to go through the whole litany of all the other people that didn't exist either. You know, and then she'd come downstairs. And the Tooth Fairy.
Man, you hit it like a chair to the face.
Oh, we fucked her up pretty good. We said, we're going to get through all these people in like one shot. Got to fuck her up right at the beginning, and then she's okay. She made it through.
Did you then just did you leave the room and then put on some Blink 182? Like,
Blink 182? No, I don't know.
Never conquered.
You could be like that parent of the year and just drag her by the legs.
I never dragged her through with her legs. I never did that.
She puts on like black finger paint now, and
I hate my dad.
Yeah, we messed her up with all that. Never.
Sparky might have something of what it might have looked like there, right? Sparky, what's going on with that big boy?
Well, something different, something even better.
It says new Star Wars characters: Kanye as Grassman and Florida Man as Flobaka. Can I smoke you?
Flobaka. That's actually good. Flobaka.
Now, here's something that you may not know about us, Mike. We were the ones that came out with the epic story of Kanye dressing up as a bush in front of his ex-wife's house. And he was in a ghillie suit of some sort. And we definitely like pushed it out there for everyone to see.
Tony broke the story, and we literally were saying it like it was verbatim real news that was happening at the time, to the point where Facebook told us to stop.
Right on.
You're breaking the internet. Stop
it. You broke the intraweb.
That was the same thing with the Wayfair episode, Tony. Remember the Wayfair episode?
Oh, yeah.
Michael, we had the Wayfair episode where I told Tony about the conspiracy theory of Wayfair, and he's like, really? I said, yeah, we should just talk about it like it's actually happening. And this was during COVID, right? So people are huddled in. We are literally talking about as if Wayfair, the company, is smuggling children back and forth by naming their products. And dude, the comments were lit up.
And the names were like Katie, Becky, Tiffany, Jennifer. Like you could order all of those particular things on Wayfair.
Oh my God.
So the products, so we were talking about it as if they were children being trafficked by Wayfair, and people were purchasing them this way. And man, oh man, people like really bitten the juice of that apple, like big time. We had only planned for 1 hour, but we had so many comment questions to ask and answer. Man, nothing makes you feel more like Alex Jones than just spewing out a whole bunch of bullshit and then fucking just taking it on like it's real anyways.
Oh my goodness.
Makes you want to hug yourself.
Oh man. Yeah. So that episode is still out there, and it was for entertainment purposes only.
Of course.
It was. We were just their stock price didn't go down because of the Podguyz podcast at all. You know, they were still roaring along just perfectly fine. But allegedly the conspiracy theory went that rich people, and this was during the Epstein aftermath too, that so it wasn't even out of the realm of possibility, you know, that people were purchasing the higher end stuff from Wayfair, knowing that it wasn't actually the higher end stuff. They were knowing that it was actually a kid that they were getting, and that's how they were.
$200,000-$300,000 items that you can buy on Wayfair with those particular names.
$300,000 armoire, right? And by the way, there was a $50,000 armoire that looked identical. So it kind of didn't meet the eye either.
Yeah, I missed that one.
I
don't watch the news ever.
Crazy story.
Ever.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, so we are going to roll out the red carpet for you. We are unfortunately at the end of our time for today. So how would people get in touch with you, sir?
Good news is that there's this thing called Google. If you put in Michael Botte Band,
that's brand new. Really easy to find. Brand new.
I'm all over Google. Michael Botte Band. That's what I use for everything. I'm out there. If you want some music to listen to, that's how you find me.
Nice. And you know where else you can find them, Tony? You can find them on the Podguyz Podcast fan page, our Facebook page, on this podcast that we get plenty of worldwide listens to throughout Germany, Japan, Canada, USA. As long as I just said Spotify.
It's okay.
I literally said Spotify. Spotify,
iTunes,
iHeartRadio. You can hear. For your fans out there, Michael, that want the intimate version of yourself, they got a great dose of you today. You're very funny, talented, personable guy. Most people from the Pittsburgh area are that way. And I knew to talk about the mafia that you didn't want to talk about, not just because of Italian heritage, but because it's Pittsburgh. And it's Pittsburgh.
Sure.
But,
First rule of Fight Club.
First rule. Well, no, normally that gets associated New York, Jersey only. And I'm like, hold on now, Pittsburgh. You're telling me.
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
We got underlings of the mafia that were too dumb to make it in the big cities.
Ooh.
Ooh. Our toughest family right now, I guess they own a junkyard. That's the top.
Yeah, you know what? That's you do this kind of stuff you find in the junkyard. You can find you in a junkyard.
Jimmy Hoffa's in a junkyard right now.
Sure,
probably. That's a good way. They're like, "Where is his body?" It's like, dude, you can.
No, he's working, like literally working.
Oh yeah, he's pulling in overtime right now.
Yeah, he pulls a 9 to 9 every day.
Well, if you wanted to find any of the products that we sell for our t-shirts and Sparky's t-shirt back there, you can go to merchbooth.com, go to the Podguyz Podcast, click on it, and you'll see it. Just get something unique and cool for Christmas. A Podguyz Podcast t-shirt, and of course, you can listen to all of Michael Botte's band, the Michael Botte Band.
Botte Band.
Spotify, and basically you're very easy to find, which is great. We get some people.
He almost made his own app, It was called Botify.
How
do you know I didn't?
Oh.
I'm gonna write that one down.
Do it.
Yeah,
guys, thank you very much for watching. We're the Podguyz Podcast. I'm Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary here.
Of course, the ever-loving Picasso, late Star Wars himself.
Oh, look at that. You want me to jingle what? I will do special pictures for Christmas, says Sparky's elf right there.
Can't wait till next week. It's going to be exciting. He's going to jingle those balls. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share below. Visit us on all of our streaming apps, such as Sparky,
Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Deezer, Castbox, Pocket Cast, GeoRio, the Facebook Live video, Google Play. Did I say Google Play?
Google Play.
Amazon, yeah.
You can find us everywhere.
Yeah.
Google us.
No, I'm on Google. No,
No.
Go somewhere else.
You can find us on Spotify Radio.
Spotify. We just got added to that streaming platform.
I know.
If you get us 80 million downloads on Spotify, we'll make $12.
$12? I think you're missing a zero. You need like a trillion right there to get that into that double-digit area.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
all
not
right,
guys.
Okay, boys, peace.
We're out. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.